Welcome back for another episode on the PTGT, guys. Today our main focus is going to be on the engine, which is right over here, already on a stand and with the transmission separated. We're going to be kind of taking some things off, disassembling some things, some lines and hoses that are going to be replaced and cleaned up. We're also going to be removing not only the turbo but the exhaust manifold because we have some plans for that stuff. Not only will we be replacing our oil feed lines so that we can prevent any future coking issues, but going to be giving this turbo some TLC and doing something really cool with it for this season. I've been thinking about a lot of different options as far as the turbo, like upgrading it or doing a big wheel stock turbo or a BWS, which is basically where they machine out the stock turbo to put a bigger wheel in it, but then it keeps, you know, the stock everything else. So that way it's just like a really easy swap over. I thought about doing it, but honestly, for the amount of boost and power that I wanted to hopefully run this season, this turbo should be more than enough. With a little refresh, I think it'll be just fine, especially if we're running an aftermarket boost controller. We can adjust the ramp in and things, because, you know, that's a big thing with smaller turbos is they hit at lower RPM, which isn't always peak efficiency for the engine and can cause issues, but we can kind of play around with some settings with that. I just really don't feel like there's a need to run one bigger. Eventually, yes. But for now, there's other things I want to do that take priority. But part of what we're going to be doing today is going to involve some powder coating, which I am super excited for, and I'm going to get to kind of show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of some stuff that I have been working on with the homie Eli for quite a while now. Behind the scenes, I haven't talked about it. I'm just kind of excited to give you guys a little look into some of the stuff that's been going on off camera. So without further ado, guys, let's move this thing out of the way so we can pull the engine over and start some disassembly and some cleaning up. I'm so excited to do this. After pulling the AC condenser out of the way, you can see right here, there's a bolt. And I remember dropping this. I forgot what it goes to, but I vaguely remember dropping a bolt down in here and I could not find it anywhere. But there it is. It was behind the AC pump. That's pretty funny. I just got a couple more wires left to label though, and then I could pull this whole lower harness up and out of the way, basically. So we'll be left with just the upper harness, which plugs into the coils, the injectors, and goes back to, I think, like the O2 sensor maybe, and some stuff like that. But we'll have one engine harness out of the way, and then we can pull some more hoses. Okay, this is about to get really sketchy because this is a big heavy unit, and when I pull this bolt out of the last support, it's all coming down, baby. Second person would be nice right now, but I got this. Bruh, okay, so there's one, oh God, that scared me. There's one last little bolt I didn't even realize was there. It holds one of the oil lines. There we go, freedom. Ooh, that is heavy. Well, 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 look who showed up. What are you shaking?
My phone.
Why does it sound like that when you shake it? What? It sounds like you're shaking.
I don't want to drive it. There we go.
It sounds like you're shaking a maraca.
Give me the money!
So now that we got the exhaust manifold and everything off, I noticed something a little sus. If you look here, it says PTT, which I assume means turbo, and I can't imagine that that's factory marking, so it makes me wonder if this motor was either rebuilt or if it's a like Eli just said a junkyard motor or something along those lines. I'm waiting to hear from you guys in the Discord server. If you haven't joined the Discord server, go do that link below. We shall see. I don't know. Something's interesting though. We might have just stumbled upon something. Got the turbo off and everything, and the turbo, what holds this side of the turbo on is there's like a giant, one of those little spring clamps that you use the special pliers for to pull off. So I'm gonna try to remove this fitting and then get my pliers on it. See if we can pull this off really quick, but yeah, we got it pretty much torn down.
Would you want to attempt to powder coat that today?
We could. I think I know what color I'm gonna do. They don't know yet. You're gonna find out later in this video.
You're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite color.
Nope. Imagine putting it away. Put it away. Is that a crack in your manifold?
Where?
Oh, bro! Oh no! That's a big crack.
I think I need a new exhaust manifold, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a crack.
Yeah, I was thinking about looking and making sure there was nothing sus.
Oh, there's something sus. We could weld it. Only to have the welds blow off.
I was gonna say.
Why do you have a Mitsubishi?
It's a Mitsubishi Turbo.
Is it?
Believe it or not, yeah.
Oh, well that explains that logo.
Yep, Mitsubishi logo on the thing. It should be pretty easy to find a manifold for it. These are pretty common. See that crack, boys? We have located the crack. Honestly, doesn't surprise me though.
Pushing too much horsepower.
Too many beans. That's our wastegate for our wastegate.
Yeah, if he goes to overboost, it just comes out the crack instead of going and cracking his block.
That's right.
That's how that works, right?
Totally, yeah. Oh yeah, I wish.
Yeah, that was good. Oh yeah. So you have to lift it, and I'll try and. Hey! You got it.
Yes, cover it. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Wait, never mind, it's not coming. Hold it.
Yeah.
Hey! Dude, look at that. That's freaking cool. There we go. There's the compressor housing. Little baby turbo. Isn't that so cool? It's in good shape, too. I love RTV.
Sorry.
I use it. I use it all the time when I shouldn't. And it's holding my blow-off valve block-off plate on right now. Oh, that sound. Oh my gosh.
I don't think you had any leaking issues.
Nope, definitely not. Time to powder coat this thing. Well, we're at the shop. So this is something that I've been kind of working on a lot behind the scenes that I haven't really like talked about it at all yet, but I've been planning to. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to kind of tell the people what we've been doing. What have we been doing?
See that?
It's white.
We've been making things that are white.
Eli here has a beautiful CNC plasma table right here. It's technically 4x3, right?
Yep.
But, you know, you can cut bigger if you really want to. But we've been making stuff, for lack of a better way to explain it.
Like this.
Like that. And it's been a process doing R&D and getting it so it's working good and everything. But I am very excited to have been a part of it a little bit at least. But like all of the designs that we're working on are all our own. That's kind of a cool part of it too, is we spend the time like in Photoshop designing everything that we've made so far, really. And we got all of these cool signs that we've been working on too, like the Miata parking, all the Miatas. We got some Corvette ones and some cool stuff like that. Just the beginning, we did a PT one. I'll throw it on the screen here. And we got some PT related stuff that I'm hoping to offer for you guys here eventually. But another thing we've been getting into is we've been doing powder coating. And this right here is a powder coating booth that we just finished making today. We literally just muscled it in here right before I picked up the camera. We're gonna like add shelves to it and lights and stuff here, but we're doing this all ourselves as well. We have a little Eastwood powder coating gun and
Right there.
lots of powder coating. Here's the gun. Pretty cool stuff. So we're doing everything in-house, which is awesome. Something else we're gonna do in-house is we're gonna freaking powder coat the turbo for the PTGT. Because why not? That's what we're about to do. About to get this thing cleaned up, hang it up in the powder coating booth, and you guys will see what color we do it when we do it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a secret.
It is a secret. Working on prototype like PT keychains. This is our revised version. So this is like version 2 that we're working on now. Cutting out some test ones and trying to get like the cutting perfect. We're getting there. This one is an improved design and I think it's honestly perfect. It's very similar to like the PT Cruiser logo, which I'll flash on the screen right now. It's kind of like inspired by it, even though it's not exactly the same because it has to connect, you know, to be a keychain. But I've also been cleaning up the turbo a little bit more. Just got to do some more cleaning up, hit it with some like brake cleaner or something. We should be able to powder coat it. So this is like, this tape is high heat tape, kind of, right?
It's high heat.
So we're masking off everything with that, and we won't have to like do anything with it because it'll withstand the heat. This guy's very professional. Look, he's even got his gloves on.
I have this on so your turbo don't get my hands dirty.
We also had this little custom powder coating oven that we built out of a double oven that we got off Craigslist. So the door is like all one piece, and we cut the center out, so now it's just one big oven. That right there is a hot and spicy turbo that we are about to powder coat. I am so freaking excited.
Yeah!
Yeah! She's all done baking. Oh my god. Dude. That looks so good. And it's not even like dry yet. That's fire. All right, cue the montage. All right, boys, we're back down here at the shop. As you can probably tell, I am so excited for the stuff that we're getting into with the plasma stuff. Big shout out to Eli, not only for giving me the privilege of being a part of that business, but also helping me out a ton with the content behind the scenes recently. He is a G, and if it wasn't for him, I don't know where this all would be right now. So be sure to stay tuned to hear a lot more about things like the decorative signs, keychains, and just a bunch of other stuff that we're gonna be adding to the site. For PT Cruiser stuff, for those of you who like the cars. We're gonna have some really cool little things that you can get that will also help support this channel. So that aside, we're back here, and I'm really excited to continue to dive into this engine. Actually, I took a picture of this and posted it on the official Discord server that we started. Link below. You should go join that. And some of you guys showed me pictures of your blocks that never had that marking on it, and some of you who worked in junkyards were like, yo, that is like totally common for them to mark used motors or rebuilt motors like that if they have them stacked on a shelf. So I'm pretty much positive at this point that this car had a either used motor or rebuilt motor put in it at one point, which is definitely huge news. A long time ago, I got a Carfax report from one of my friends. We just ran them for fun, and I ended up finding out that this car had some sort of odometer discrepancy going on. So basically, somebody swapped out the gauge cluster in the car, which is where the mileage of the car is stored, and never disclosed it. It shows that this car has like 130,000 miles on it, I think, but it has, according to doing the math and looking at the Carfax, it probably has closer to 180,000 miles on it. And considering the care that it seemed this car was taken care of before I owned it, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody did something to the original motor to cause it to blow. But this is a very, very good thing. This is actually huge news, and it could be a big reason why this motor is in such good health. Like literally compression numbers were perfect. And our turbo here is honestly in perfect shape. It's crazy to me that you can tear the turbo on these down to literally like just the core. Like this is the turbo minus the housings. It's so crazy to me. Literally everything about the turbo is perfect. There's absolutely no reason for me to swap it out. I was expecting, you know, this turbo to not last much longer, but now, especially that we have the motor out and we're able to replace our main oil feed and make sure our lines are in good shape, there's no reason why I shouldn't run this turbo until I go with something a lot bigger. So I am definitely gonna keep the current turbo. As you guys know, we powder coated the housing. It's looking amazing. I'm super, super curious to take a closer look at everything with this motor. I know the cams are already in really good shape when we had the valve cover off previously, but I really want to drain the oil out, flip the motor over, and take a look at the bottom end and our bearings and everything and see how they look. And this is the ultimate opportunity to do so, as well as just reseal the oil pan as best preventative maintenance. Let's go ahead and drain everything and flip this motor over and see what we're looking at. Well, would you look at that? That's a motor. So, I'm not really sure what everything going on here is. I have a feeling something in here has something to do with the balance shaft. And a lot of people do a balance shaft delete, and I might just do that since we're already in here because it is known to cause some issues, but I'll talk more about that in the future because I really don't know what I'm talking about yet. So I'll get into that later, but everything looks really good so far. It's kind of, you know, it's a little hard to tell just from looking here, but like the bearing play seems like literally perfect. There's not really like any sludge buildup, like anything abnormal at least. You know, this motor definitely has a few miles on it, but so far everything looks really good. So I'm very glad to see that. Another interesting thing though is here on this apparatus, we have a T for turbo written on it, which is interesting. The oil pickup has like little to no debris in it looks like, which is always a good thing to see. We'll be cleaning all that out, of course, among other things, but so far, so good. Oil panel looks pretty good too. There's a little bit of like mileage, you know, some sludge going on, but I don't see anything like metal flaking or anything like that. I think this is definitely probably a used motor. I don't think it was rebuilt or anything. All the internals look, you know, pretty standard. It's like our motor is in very good health and with a little bit of maintenance is going to be ready to rip this summer, which I am very happy to see. Anyways, guys, it looks like that is going to end up doing it for this episode. We made some big progress, and we made a few discoveries that I definitely did not expect to make. Some good and some bad, I guess. Ended up finding out that we need a new exhaust manifold, which I will be trying to figure something out and come up with a solution for the next update on this video so that we can finally start like reassembling some things and getting some stuff done. We also discovered that it looks like my car does not have the original motor in it, which was very interesting to find out, but the good news with that is it's in very good shape and the turbo is also in good shape. So it looks like we're going to be able to use that for the V2 setup that I'm hoping to put together this year. And also the main thing that I was really hoping to get done with this video is we were able to powder coat the turbo. We did it the really cool whitish color. It has a nice depth to it. If you guys ever see it in person, you'll see, but I wanted to do white on the turbo just because I wanted it to pop back there. The first thing people do when they're like at a show or a car meet, they look under the hood of this car is they want to see where the turbo is. So now it'll kind of like stand out more than it ever did. I feel like we have a good plan and we're finally able to act on it. So we got about a month, maybe two, to completely finish this car. And I think we're gonna be able to pull it off. So as always, guys, be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, which should be coming in the next few days. Let me know what you guys think of the CNC stuff as well down below. I'll hopefully have more information on releasing some actual products for you guys, for all you followers here on the Jimmy Cruiser page, and just a bunch of cool stuff coming from us here very soon. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching this quick little video. Thank you so much for the support. You rock. God bless, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.